Good morning. Good morning, all the invitees, employees of the university, students of the university, and special invitees for today's Foundation Day lecture, which is being organized by Dr. B.R.Amebedkar University on Roadmap to Sustainable Higher Education by Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittalji, Secretary General, Association of Indian Universities. Welcome you, madam. Welcome to the university. It is my proud privilege to welcome all our guests and invitees for today's function. May I now request today's president of the function, Professor K. Sitaramaravu garu, please come onto the stage and after the chair, sir. And also, it's my proud privilege to welcome Mrs. Dr. Pankaj Mittalji. Please come onto the stage and after the chair, madam. The Secretary General, Association of Indian Universities, New Delhi. She is going to deliver a lecture on Roadmap to Sustainable Higher Education. Once again, welcome you, madam. And also, I welcome Professor E. Sudharani garu, Director Academic. Kindly come on to the stage and occupy the chair, madam. Also, I request our beloved Registrar, Dr. A.B.R.Amebedkar garu, Registrar of the University. Please come on to the stage, sir. I request Dr. Pallavi garu kindly present a bouquet to today's president of the function, Professor K. Sitaramaravu garu. I request Dr. Rajni garu kindly present a bouquet to our today's chief guest, Madam Pankaj Mittalji. I request Dr. Udayani garu kindly present a bouquet to our Director Academic, Dr. Professor E. Sudharani garu. And also I request Sri Mahesh garu, President Non-Teaching Employees Association, kindly present a bouquet to our Registrar, Dr. A.B.R.Amebedkar garu. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. And now I request all the dignitaries on the dais kindly proceed for the lighting of the lamp. And also I request Shailesh Reddy garu and Banod Lal garu kindly join for this lighting of the lamp. For AC members, Lal garu. In this August gathering, we recognize and our directors, deans, heads of the branches, and various service associations members are also present here. I thank you one and all. I request all the dignitaries kindly light the lamp. Thank you, sir and madams. Now I request our today's president of the function and our Honorable Vice Chancellor garu, Professor K. Sitaramaravu garu, president of today's program, kindly conduct further proceeding. Thank you. Thank you very much. Skip yes. Good morning, everybody. Sabak namaskaram. Really, we are very happy today. We have gathered here to celebrate 41st Foundation Day of this great university, established 40 years back in 1982.
as a major breakthrough in higher education sector with a purpose to provide education for all and education at your doorstep. These were the two important mottos during that time. Now, after 4 decades of its existence and service, extended and provided to the deserving unreached sections of the society, we have also adopted the new objectives with the new orientation. That is inclusive quality education. Major shift in the paradigm of the educational philosophy over a period of 4 decades. Today's chief guest, Professor Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittalji, Secretary General of Association of Indian Universities, one very important organization at the national level for universities especially. It's not a regulating body. Madam once said in a conference, regulating bodies are fathers and AU is a mother. Very interesting observation she made. Really, she is leading, providing academic and administrative leadership and advising, guiding the universities in our country to adopt themselves to the latest trends and various other areas how best universities can improve their performance and provide inclusive and quality education to the various sections of the society. And Professor Sudharani, Director of Academic, and very active in many academic programs to take forward the university to its goals and targets. And Dr. A.V.N. Reddy, our beloved registrar, young and dynamic, and working with a lot of commitment for the welfare of, not only welfare of the employees, and also for the onward march and development of our institution. I don't want to take much of your time. So 40 years have gone in the history, in the annals of our university. We have many more achievements. And really, you will be wondering to know what we have done over a period of 4 decades. Lakhs of students have got their degrees, PG degrees, doctorates, and in no way they are inferior to any students of regular universities. They have competed with other regular students in competitive examinations and got selected and became officers in the government sector and also in private sector, various companies also. So these are the various achievements are there. And in a way, our university has become a path-breaking institution. to other various state open universities also. The founder Vice Chancellor himself has been given an opportunity to establish national open university also at the national capital, New Delhi. No doubt, our university is committed to the social vision and most socially relevant educational philosophy of Dr. B.R.Amebedkar, which is named after him, and also the institutional, very flexible and democratic institutional building approach of founder Vice Chancellor. These are the major, if you see our vision and mission statement, that itself is an indication. Now we are saying inclusive education and quality use of technology and all that. All these are said, which already now we are trying to find them in our new educational policies, but all these are there and said and practiced in our university. That we have to keep in mind. So the thing here is, after four decades, we have came to this point. Now we have to reorient ourselves, reimagine ourselves. We have to set new goals, new objectives, and adapt ourselves to the changing scenario of the education sector, which is increasingly embracing the technology integration and also imparting skills, providing lifelong opportunity to the various categories of the society. And demand is there. Lot of demand is there for different courses. Most of them are interested to learn new skills. They want to upgrade their skills. They wanted to reskill themselves. These are the coming up new dimensions. We have two important policy frames before us. That is Sustainable Development Goals as put forward by the UN, and also the National Education Policy came up recently. If you put these two policy documents in view, we can reorient ourselves and reimagine ourselves. We are in that process. We are in that process. We are going forward. So we are also getting ready for the NAAC accreditation, madam, and we are almost 60 to 70% work is over. By the time of next academic year, we will come forward to the society and stakeholders of universities, education sector with better grade. We are very confident of ourselves. Definitely, we go forward with our efforts in future also. We are very thankful to Association of Indian Universities, and they have given me an opportunity also to work as an executive council member for last year. And I myself associated with the activities of AAU during my first term also, and now also. We have very good rapport with the AAU. And earlier, Secretary General also came to our university, Professor Furkan Kamar, to deliver Professor G. Ram Reddy Memorial Lecture in 2018. Now we have invited you as a good successor to the earlier Secretary General, and she has a greatness of second lady Secretary General of AAU in the history of 100 years of AAU's existence and service to the higher education sector of our country. So, you must be knowing about her. Recent interview she has given to some journal. It's very popular, and I have pushed that your interview to all our teachers in WhatsApp and messages. And the document submitted by AAU to UN as a roadmap for sustainable higher education and India's inputs. So that is also a very important document recently produced by AAU and submitted to United Nations Conference on Higher Education. So with this brief opening remarks of mine, now I request our registrar to give his message briefly to this August gathering.
Respected President of this function, Mr. B.R.Amebedkar Rao sir, Vice Chancellor of this university. Today's speaker and chief guest, Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittalji, Secretary General AAU, Director Academic Professor Sudharani Madam, and directors of various branches, deans, heads of the branches, and teachers. Especially, I am very much thankful to the non-teaching staff who have been attended here for this event. So good morning to all. The 40 years of experience, almost all, we have to be faced many challenges in these 4 decades. Almost all learned so many things, how to stand and before the society, particularly our students' point of view. We learned a lot of things to time and execute whatever the need by the students. So the success of these 40 years of continuity, the commitment and dedication of our teaching and non-teaching staff of the university, sir. Sir, particularly, I want to say one word, sir. The future is very tough to us due to the arising competition between the universities, particularly in the accreditation systems. And new universities are coming forward, particularly foreign universities also. So we have to be in phase, and we have to plan. So another 40 years of whatever our future course of action is most important, sir. Otherwise, we can't stand and before the entire society to continue to the same success in future also. So I hope that rededicate and commitment should continue to the same, the next future of yours, and on this behalf of event and the foundation day, I congratulate to all the staff. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Ready. So, since this year is 75 years of independence of our country and also 40 years of our university, during this year, as a special occasion, we have conducted many more programs so far. But every year we conduct foundation day lecture. It's very normal course of action. And at the same time, especially this year, we have many more extension activities were conducted. Various forums we have established: social science forum, education forum, language and literary forum, and science, education and expansion forum, and commerce forum. Like that. We have taken up many more programs. And we are celebrating this year as a year-long programs. We will continue with this up to end of this year, December. And at the end of the year also, we are going to conduct a grand way by publishing commemorative value. And also, and we are also taking up many more activities as part of this year. And we have entered many more agreements with various universities and other non-university organizations. And today also we are entering MOU with our postal department. We said our postal officials have also joined this meeting. And after this lecture, we are going to enter MOU for better effective services, extended student support services. Our executive council also helping us, supporting us in many ways to take up with this. As also I told you, to meet the needs of competitive examination aspirants of our state, many notifications, job notifications have come. And we have also brought out the 4 volumes which are useful to the aspirants of competitive examinations, civil service examinations in our state. Like that we are going on, madam. And now I request Professor Sudharani, Director Ravi, to speak briefly about the program and introduce the guests to the audience, chief guests to the audience.
Respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Sitaram Raghavu, our esteemed beloved guest, Dr. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General Association of Indian Universities, New Delhi, our Registrar, ABM, and the EC members who are present here, Sailesh Garu and our own colleague Lal, and all the directors, deans, HODs, invitees, our alumni who are present here, and teaching and non-teaching staff and students. A hearty welcome to you for this Foundation Day lecture. Completion of 40 years is, for 4 decades, is a major landmark in the odyssey of any university. Coming to University of Ambedkar Open University, it's pleasure to congratulate all of you, each one of you, teaching, non-teaching, faculty, students, and those who are involved in this progress of the very eventful completion of 40 years and treading towards a success for another 50 or more or 100 years more to come. And your hard work made this university a leader in ODL system, being the first open university and going to lead the open university system in the South and in both the states, serving both the states. I'm proud to be a part of this esteemed university for past 3 decades out of its 4 decades of existence, and the university which touched the heights of the higher learning for these long years. And thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce the themes, and because the program of conducting the Foundation Day lecture, which has been initiated in the year 1997 with Professor Ramji Thakwale, sir, Vice Chancellor, IGNOU. He spoke on network system for higher education. And the second one is A.M. Kushro, Chairperson of Finance Commission Government of India. 2002, Biraj Dhanrajan, President, Commonwealth of Learning Canada. 2004, Professor R.V.R. Chandrasekhar Rao. All the luminaries, they have given the Foundation Day lecture. 2005, Ketu Vishwanathan Reddy Garu, our own alumni. 2006, Professor K.C. Reddy, Chairman of the State Council of Higher Education. And Professor G. Ram Hargopalji of Professor Political Science, University of Hyderabad. 2009, Professor Swami Rao, sir, former rector, Dr. BRAOU. 2010, Professor V.S. Prasad, former Vice Chancellor, Dr. BRAOU, and 2011, Dr. P. Jayaprakash Rao, Chairman, Episton, State Council of Higher Education, and 2012, Ranganath, 13, Dr. Professor D.N. Reddy, Chairman, RACDRDO, 2014, Professor Murli Manohar, 2015, Professor V. Venkaya Garu, former Vice Chancellor, Krishna University, and our own alumni. 2016, Professor Suresh Garg, Pro Vice Chancellor, Himalayan University. And later, 2017, Professor Nageshwar Rao, Vice Chancellor, Uttarakhand University. 2018, Professor Janjhala B.J. Tilak. 19, Professor E. Vainandan, Vice MOU. 2020, Professor V.S. Prasad Garu, and 2021, Dr. C. Rajkumar, Professor and Vice Chancellor, Jindal Global University. So we have a very eminent person to deliver the Foundation Day lecture today. Thank you, ma'am, for consenting to give the lecture and be with us on this auspicious day. It's my pleasant privilege to introduce Professor Dr. Pankaj Mittal, madam. Dr. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General of Association of Indian Universities, CIU, is, as just now our Vice Chancellor said, the second Women Secretary General of Association in its 96 years of its existence. Prior to joining AAU, she has been serving the higher education sector, especially university education, for more than 3 decades at the Apex Regulatory and Higher Education and the University Grants Commission, India. Dr. Mittal is a Fulbright scholar and been topper in MSc and PhD in Agriculture Statistics, IARA, New Delhi. And she's also National Commissioner for Rangers of Bharat Scouts and Guides. Dr. Mittal earlier served as the first regular Vice Chancellor of the Bhagatpur Singh Mahila Vishwavidyalaya, Kanpur, the first rural women university of North India in 2008. At a young age of 44 years, to undertake an onerous task of developing a tiny Gurukul school into an institution of repute. So Dr. Mittal introduced series of innovative practices and reforms as Vice Chancellor, and of the only rural residential multi-faculty women's state university of country, imparting education to 7,000 girls from KG till PhD level, and holistic university developed as a holistic university. Dr. Mittal has visited a number of countries: USA, Canada, UK, Australia, Mexico, South Korea, Spain, Germany, South Africa, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Mauritius, and Philippines. And she has several awards to her credits for her contribution. I'll name few. Fulbright Nehru Scholarship Grant for Educational Administration, President of India Award in 2017 for Digital Initiatives in Higher Education, Honorary Director D.Lit. Honoris Causa from Karnataka State Women's University, Bijapur, Karnataka, and first Padam Shri Subhashini Devi Award 2018 for contribution of the societal development and community engagement from the Chief Minister, Haryana. Quimpro Gold Standard Award for the Leadership in Education for the year 2018. And Mittal served as a member of various high-powered committees. I was floored by the committees which headed by the madam. Just to name few: Niti Aayog, Government of India, Future of Education, General Assembly of Indian Council of Cultural Relation, ICCR, Delhi, Finance Committee, Indian ICCR again, and the Development of National Credit Framework, Ministry of Education, Director, Indian Public Schools Society, and steering group of UKIERI for the scoping study on higher education leadership, Association of Commonwealth Universities, London, pay committee for teachers in state of Haryana, search committee for various committees as Vice Chancellor, and visitors nominee in several boards, Rehabilitation Council of India also, and Haryana State Council of Higher Education, Haryana Innovation Council, Steering Committee of Planning Commission formulations of 12th plan for higher education, and so on and so forth. The list is so big and such a wonderful career of Madam. She has published a number of papers, articles, occasional papers, reports, issues relating to higher education and women empowerment, national and international journals and articles. I'll just mention a quotation which I like most, which VC has circulated to us of the interview. As a woman, I had to work very harder than my male counterparts to achieve the same thing. Somehow there is a belief in society, or maybe among the people who matter, that she is a woman and she may not be able to deliver. So this feeling is there in most of the people still. But I try to prove them wrong, and I think I have been successful in doing so, unquote. So wonderful. Once again, I congratulate all of you for the successful journey, and it's a time for all of us to make renewed efforts to propel the university, integrating technology, innovations, and ready itself for next thriving, inclusive future. Thanks for giving this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Sudharani. Very wonderful and very brief presentation of the program and also about the chief guest. And the topic of today's session. There are copies out there. I request somebody to distribute them. And now I request our chief guest, Madam, to deliver her lecture.
Thank you, Professor Sitaram, Vice Chancellor of the University. And thanks to Sudhaji for a very, very generous and a very long introduction. Hope you were not bored. So thank you very much. So Professor Sitaram, the Vice Chancellor of B.R.Amebedkar Open University, Dr. A.B.Amebedkar, the Registrar of the University, Dr. Sudharani, the Dean, Academics, the Deans of various faculties, HODs, faculty members, and I don't like to call non-teaching staff, because non-teaching is something which you are not doing. So you are doing something, so why should we call it non-teaching? So I call you administrative staff. So the administrative staff of the university, research scholars, students, people from the postal department, a very good morning to all of you. And first of all, let me congratulate you for the 41st Foundation Day of the University. So many, many congratulations to all of you. And it's a great honor and privilege for me to be invited here to deliver the 41st Foundation Day lecture of the B.R.Amebedkar Open University. I am grateful to Dr. Sitaram Rao, and we have a very special relationship, means AIU and B.R.Amebedkar Open University. One, he told that the previous Secretary General was also here for delivering the Ram Reddy Memorial Lecture. He has again invited AIU, and also because he has been an esteemed member of the Governing Council of AIU, and he has been visiting AIU very often, and a lot many activities he has been contributing to, a lot many policy decisions he has been contributing to. So thank you very much for inviting me here. I was seeing the history of the university. Today is the foundation day of the university, and 40 years back, the university was established. And I am seeing the passion with which everybody is working here. And I remember the sentence which was spoken on the foundation day of Jamia Millia Islamia by Dr. Zakir Hussain. It is in Hindi, I hope in Hyderabad Hindi is understood by many. He said, किसी भी संस्था को बनाने के लिए सामान से ज्यादा अरमान की जरूरत होती है. सामान means lab, libraries, I mean buildings, all this is required. But Arman means passion. Passion of the leader, passion of the teachers, passion of the administrative staff, passion of the students. So that passion I could see here. So because of which the university is doing so well that it is leading university in open universities today. So congratulations to all of you, because when a university does well, the credit doesn't go only to the vice chancellor, it goes to the vice chancellor, but each and every member of the university is responsible for that. So all the faculty members, all the administrative staff, all the students, congratulations to all of you for reaching here. And when I was seeing the motto of the university, I'm sorry, I'm not reading the speech because speech is already with you. So I'm speaking extempore. So when I was seeing the motto of the university, it says education for all. So I think for the first 10 years, you worked on this motto, education for all. But in the next 10 years, you added another word, affordable. So affordable education for all. So now the university is providing affordable education to all. But then the third decade was there. You added one more word, that was quality. So the motto became affordable quality education to all. And in the last decade, fourth decade, one more word was added, it was relevant. So affordable, relevant quality education to all, because now you are doing so many skill-based courses so that the education becomes relevant. The students who pass out from your university become employable. So it is now affordable, quality, relevant education for all. And I am sure in the next decade, there will be one more word added. So that I will know only when it happens. So thanks to all of you for taking the university to such heights. Thanks to the leadership, thanks to the vice chancellors from past as well as the present for taking the university so far. I understand the university is providing education not only, I mean, in general universities, only the students who are in the university, within the four walls of the universities, they are getting the education. But in your university, whether it is housewives, whether it is prison inmates, whether it is police people, everybody is getting the education. So that is something very great that you are providing education to all of them. I'll also try to tell you something about the Association of Indian Universities because of this special relationship. So Association of Indian Universities, as you all know, is an association of universities. That is why we call mother. Mother never scolds the children. Father keeps on scolding, regulating. Mother doesn't scold the children. We are like a friend, philosopher, and guide to the universities. Right now, we are the largest association of the world. We have 903 universities as our members. The other associations, even the International Association of Universities, which comprises universities of many, many countries, that is also not as big as AIU, which is Association of Indian Universities, 903 members today. And we do a variety of functions, like we do a lot of academic work, research work, and we also do many sports and cultural activities. So here I would like to request the Vice Chancellor that in many of the activities, the students of the open universities are not participating, because the regular students are participating, they participate in the sports, in the culture, but the students of open universities, because they are not within the campus, they are not participating. But I think if you give this opportunity to your students, that they should participate in the cultural and the sports events of AIU, I think they'll be very happy about it. Maybe some older people, they may not participate, or maybe they would love to participate, I don't know. But give this opportunity to them so that they can also participate. So this is AIU. Now coming to the topic of today's roadmap to sustainable higher education. So sustainability came into picture more when those sustainable development goals were there, 17 sustainable development goals. By 2030, we have to sort of realize all those goals in India also. And unfortunately, right now, our rank there is 121 out of 169 countries. So we are very low in achieving those sustainable development goals. So we have to work a lot more in achieving those sustainable development goals. And therefore, last year, AIU spent...
ఎందుకు ఆయన వినడు ఎందుకు ఆయనకు ఆయనకు
from the participants.
Right, outside participants.
So therefore, last year, 1 full year, we had spent on SDGs, that how higher education institutions can contribute in realizing the SDGs. And there are 17 SDGs, and we had split it into 5-6 conferences. And now we are coming out with a report, the type of report he was telling about NEP. We are coming out with a report which will mention that for each SDG, what the higher education institutions can do. And because you have a larger base, these open universities have a larger base, you can contribute much more. So one is that, and second thing, sustainability came into picture when we saw the COVID. So when we saw the COVID, we saw that almost every university became an open university. We have only few open universities, but during COVID, every university became an open university, and children could not go to the university campuses. They had to study at home, and a lot of emphasis was given on online education. And luckily, by that time, UGC had made one platform called Swayam. The Government of India made a platform called Swayam, which is the India Books platform, which came very handy. But at that point of time, the students also learned and the teachers also learned, one, how to teach and how to learn online, but also that there is so much lying beyond the classrooms. So now the students are not depending on the teacher or only on the classroom teaching. I normally tell to the students, suppose you didn't get admission in IIT, don't worry. IIT professor will come to your home and teach you at your convenient time on your laptop. Because all the IIT professors' lectures are on NPTEL is a site where it is there. So whatever they teach in their classroom, it is available online for all the students. So there is a total shift, paradigm shift in the way we teach. So therefore, there also sustainability came. And third thing where the sustainability came was the national education policy. So what I'm going to do today is I'll talk a bit about national education policy, because this is something which every teacher, every student, every scholar should be knowing. And national education policy talks about affordable education, quality education, relevant education, what you are all doing already. I mean, a lot of national education policies being implemented in this university already. So let me talk about national education policy, how it leads to sustainable education and how it promotes sustainability. Now, first of all, when we talk of national education policy, first thing is what it says is, I'll talk at different levels. Like, for example, what the policy talks about, restructuring of universities, what the policy talks about, restructuring of programs, what is there in the policy, internationalization, and then what is there in the policy for teachers and for the students. So we'll talk in this line. So first of all, restructuring of the higher education system of the country. You know, right now there are many bodies, like UGC is there, which is the main regulator of higher education. We have 17 statutory professional councils like AICT for engineering, National Medical Commission for medical, dental council, bar council. So 17 statutory professional councils are there. And when I was in UGC, because my main job has been in UGC, 30 years I have spent in UGC. When I was in UGC, we used to see that at times there was so much of overlapping between various bodies, and also all over the world, the funding and the regulation is not done by a single body. But in India, UGC was doing both regulation as well as funding. So national education policy says that we should follow the international principles. So funding and regulation should be done by the different bodies. And because there are 17 statutory professional councils and there is so much of overlapping and sometimes fighting between them, so let us have only one overarching body called HECI, Higher Education Commission of India. Under that, there should be 4 verticals. One vertical only to look after regulation, National Higher Education Regulatory Authority. Second vertical only to look after grants, Higher Education Grant Council. Third vertical, very important vertical, to look after the accreditation, NAC, National Accreditation Council, which will only see the accreditation, and the present NAC means NAAC National Assessment and Accreditation Council, and MBA, NAAC NAC is, because both are NAC, therefore I have to speak the spelling again and again. So NAAC NAC is doing the institutional accreditation. So whole institution is accredited. But there's NBA, National Board of Accreditation, which is doing program-wise accreditation, which is accrediting programs, especially with relation to engineering, technology, pharmacy, and management. So these NAAC NAC and NBA, they will be subsumed in NAC, and there will be more multiple accreditation agencies. So NAC will be sort of a meta accrediting agency, which will be having many accreditation agencies under it. And the fourth council, GEC, General Education Council, which is talking about the academic work, means learning outcome-based curriculum, and how to do this National Credit Framework, National Higher Education Qualification Framework. So these are the four verticals. All the four verticals are independent, and overarching body is there in the form of HACCI. So this is at the top level, how the higher education structure is being restructured. Then we come to the university level. So when we come to the university level, the policy says that there will be three types of universities: research universities, teaching universities, and degree awarding colleges. That means that the universities have to decide whether you want to become a research university. And when you want to become a research university means you will do both teaching and research, but more focus will be on research. When you are a teaching university, more focus will be on teaching, research also. Apart from that, there will be degree awarding colleges, which will be awarding degrees on their own. Right now, colleges cannot award degrees. They are affiliated to a university, and the university is awarding the degrees on behalf of the colleges. But the policy says affiliation system will not be there anymore. So all the colleges will be having the power to award the degrees. So you can imagine that in times to come, right now we have in the country around 1,000 universities and 40,000 colleges. In times to come, we will have something like 40 or 50,000 universities. So that will again make the Indian higher education system the biggest in the world. Right now, we are the second largest in terms of enrollment. But in terms of institutions also, it will become biggest with 50,000 universities, means 50,000 degree awarding institutions. So that is something very important. But then again, what the university has to do about it, you have to decide what you want to be. You want to be a research university, you want to be a teaching university. Degree awarding colleges you cannot be because you are already a university. So if you want to be a research university, what you should be doing, and if you are a teaching, if you want to be a teaching university, what you should be doing. I feel most of the open universities will largely become a teaching university, but research should also be there. I hope you are conducting PhD programs. But if you are conducting PhD programs, you can conduct many more PhD programs. But the UGC says that PhD program cannot be totally online. It has to be sort of part-time PhD programs. So the universities will decide what they want to be depending upon their, say, locational profile, teachers' profile, student profile, what type of roadmap they have for the future. So that is one aspect. Second aspect which they're talking about is accreditation. In future, all the universities will be driven through accreditation in the sense that most of the schemes of UGC or any other body, all the funding or the privileges will be linked with the accreditation. So it is very important that every university works towards accreditation. Try to score the highest. Just now we got this Open University for the first time they have opened. So Open University in Ahmedabad, Ami Upadhyay is the Vice Chancellor. She's a very good friend of mine. They have got A++. So for the first time in the accreditation, getting A++ for an Open University, I'm sure the second university to get A++ will be B.R.Amebedkar Open University in Ahmedabad. You have to work hard for accreditation because accreditation is going to drive the way you are going to work in future. So for that, everything is important. I mean, working is important, but more than working, documentation is important. Sometimes we do a lot of work, we are not documenting, we are not able to present ourselves. So documentation, presentation, everything is important if you really want to get a good NAC rating, and that is important. So my request to all of you is you are going to go in for NAC as the Vice Chancellor sir was telling just now. put all your efforts, each and every person. It cannot be an effort of one person or two person or a team of persons. It has to be the effort of each and every person in the university if you want to get a good NAC grade. And once you get a good NAC grade, your profile also enhances that I'm working in a university which has A++ grade, or I'm working in a university with a B grade. No, we don't want that. So everybody has to contribute in that. Thirdly, at the level of university restructuring, the policy says that the universities will have more autonomy. They're talking of board of governors. So there won't be any interference, including in the appointment of vice chancellor. So the board of governors will be appointing the vice chancellor. So no political interference, so that the universities do everything on merit and merit alone. So these are three major recommendations with regard to university restructuring: abolition of affiliation structure, university research and teaching universities, BOG, and NAC, means accreditation driven university. Now we come to program level. At program level, what are the changes? So program level is something where many changes have been there in the NEP. At program level, first and foremost is that the graduation will be of 4 years rather than the 3 years. Because we want to create employable graduates, we want to create thinking graduates, we want to create graduates who have problem solving skills, the ones who can do creative thinking, the ones who can do design thinking. Therefore, to have all that in a single individual, and then the holistic development also, because we are talking of multidisciplinary. At university level, multidisciplinarity is also one aspect. So when we are talking of multidisciplinary universities, the program has to be 4 years duration so that the holistic development of the student is there. And then when we have a 4 years degree program, the master's can be a 1 year degree. I mean, instead of 2 years master's, we can have 1 year of master's degree after 4 years of graduation. But then there'll be an option for 3 years program also, after which the master will be 2 years. But the most beautiful aspect of it is multiple entry and multiple exit. So multiple entry and multiple exit means the student can exit a degree after first year or second year or third year, and then re-enter at a later point of time as a lateral entry. Or if they don't want to enter again, they can get a job after, say, if the student is completing 1 year and going away, they'll get a certificate. If they're going after 2 years, they'll get a diploma. If they're going after 3 years, they'll get either a degree or advanced diploma, depending on it's a 4-year course or a 3-year course. So every stage, the student is getting something. Right now, if the student is exiting after first year, the student doesn't get anything because they have not completed the program. But now they will get diploma, advanced diploma, so that the student can go and get a job based on that certification. And second thing is, the student, suppose after 5 years, especially in case of females, sometimes they get married, they have to leave the studies in between, or sometimes the children are there, so they have to leave the studies in between. So they can come after 2 years or 3 years or 5 years, and then take admission directly in second year or third year, depending upon where they left the study early. So that is the multiple entry and exit. MPhil has been abolished. And one more important component is that for every program, because the policy talks about employability and they talk about hands-on experience. So for every program, after each semester, there will be an internship opportunity. So that means whether it is a student of engineering or Hindi or English or Sanskrit or history or political science, every student has to do an internship after every semester. So what the universities have to do for this? They have to create an internship bank. Because unless the universities create an internship opportunities, how will the students search for an internship? It is very important that the students are given an opportunity to do internship for hands-on experiences. So every university has to have an internship bank where the students can do the internship for practical experiences. And then PhD, again, PhD, the most happy thing which the students are about PhD is that straight away after graduation, they can take admission into PhD. No need to do masters, no need to do MPhil, provided you have done 4-year bachelor's degree with research with a certain grade point average. So you can save time. You have already done, because you have done graduation with research, you know the research methodology and all. So straight away admission to PhD can be there. So all these reforms are there. But if you ask me what is the single most innovative reform in this national education policy, I will say ABC. What is ABC? ABC, well, you have to listen very carefully if you want to understand what is ABC, because ABC is a concept which is talked about, but very few are understanding because they have not sort of studied it in depth, or maybe the language in which it is written is not very easy. So I'll tell you in a very, very easy language what is ABC. ABC is Academic Bank of Credit. So what is Academic Bank of Credit? Like you have a commercial bank in which you deposit your money, the students have opened their account and deposit their money. In ABC, the students will open an account and deposit their credits. And ABC is more relevant for open universities, therefore it is very important. So in ABC, the students will open an account and deposit their credits. So how will they deposit the credits? The student will be doing different courses from different universities. See, right now, if you suppose your university, somebody is taking admission, they are taking admission in BA, BSc, BCom, whatever program. So the whole program, which consists of say 15, 16 courses, for example, in BA, around 16 courses are there in 3 years. So all those 16 courses, the student is doing from B.R.Amebedkar Open University. But suppose the student says, I don't want to do all 16 courses from your university. I want to do 2 courses from your university, 3 from some other university, 4 from some other university. Wherever those courses are good or the teachers are good, that facility is there. So now, instead of, this program route will continue where the student is taking admission in program, but they will in addition be a ABC route. So ABC route will be where the students will be able to take admission in a course rather than a full program. So the student can decide, okay, these 4 courses, Sudharani ma'am is very good, I'll take her course. This madam is very good, I'll take her course. So these 3-4 courses are good in this university, I'll do these 3-4 courses from this university. Some are good in Hyderabad Central University, some are good in JNU, some are good in Delhi University. So the student can choose to do different courses from different universities without taking admission in any particular program. So once the student is doing different courses from different universities, every course, when the student completes, it has a credit, it has a grade, it has a date on which the student is completing. So he will go to the maybe bank account manager. He will say that I have completed this course. This is a transcript from this university. These many
meeting ఉంటారు.
So this is the title of the course, this is the grade. So the student will, the bank manager will keep on adding the credits of that student in the passbook, or like the way you have a passbook in your regular commercial bank, similarly you will have a passbook, but there you will see that the student has done which course, on which date, from which university, what were the number of credits and what were the grade. So similarly, the passbook keeps on getting filled over 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And after that, and the student can have the opportunity to learn anything. It's not that they have to learn only the related subjects. For example, today, if you take admission in BA, you have to do only those 15, 16 subjects, courses which are offered in the university. But there, if with BA, I want to do some physics course, I want to do some music course, some dance course, whatever I want to do, I can do. So I can keep on accumulating the credits. The credits will be accumulated, reflected in my passbook. And when sufficient number of credits are there, for example, in BA, we need 120 credits. So if from a particular university, the student has done at least half, means at least 60 credits, and all the core credits are complete, means core required for that particular degree are complete, then the student will go to that university, wherever he or she wants to take the degree from, and say that these are something, suppose they have already done 200 credits. So out of these 200 credits, 120 are the relevant credits for this particular degree, out of which 60 have been done from your university. Now give me a degree in lieu of these credits. So the university will be obliged to give a degree to that student because it is a member of ABC. The university itself is a member of ABC. The student will get a degree based on those 120 credits, which the student earned from different universities. And once the student is using these 120 credits for getting a degree, those credits will be debited from the account of the student because he has used them. The way you take out the money is debited from your passbook. So in the passbook, there will be entry that 200 credits are there. Out of that, 120 are used for this degree. So now the remaining is 80 credits. And then also, every course credit will have a validity, like expiry date or sunset clause, which we call it. Because suppose you earn a credit today, and after 20 years, you say, give me a degree based on this credit. By that time, the whole curriculum has changed, so that education is not very relevant in future. So there will be a sunset clause, and that sunset clause will also vary depending upon the subjects. For example, in computer science, the expiry will be short expiry. For subjects like history, the expiry may be longer expiry because things are not changing that fast. So within that expiry date, you can redeem the credit for a degree. Of course, the credit remains in your passbook forever, but for redeeming it into a degree, there is a expiry clause. So that ABC is something which is going to totally change the paradigm of higher education in India. On the part of the students, it will be an opportunity to learn anywhere, whatever time जो है ना एक song है ना ना उम्र की सीमा होना जन्म का बंधन कोई बंधन नहीं. So anytime the student can learn, anything the student can learn. So that is on the part of the student, but on the part of the teachers, what will it entail? So it is very interesting that the teachers now will be known by the courses they teach and the number of students who are opting for those courses. Because if somebody is coming to your university for a particular course, that is because that teacher is very good. So they are coming to that teacher. So slowly, what will happen is the university will be known by some teachers who are very good, for whom for their courses, the demand is very, very high. So it can also happen in future. Like for example, if you remember, Lata Mangeshkar. So Lata Mangeshkar, in her initial career, very early days, she used to work on a salary. Means every month she used to get a salary and she used to sing against those salaries. Today, can you think of hiring any small-time actor also on a salary? They'll say, give me money song-wise or acting-wise or episode-wise or film-wise, something. Similarly, can you hire a lawyer on a salary? No. They'll say, give me money case-wise or even hearing-wise, number of days I go, give me the money that way. Similarly, in future, teachers may not work on a monthly salary. They'll say, give me the money course-wise. And I will not teach in one university. I'll teach in multiple universities and earn much, much more than this and much more satisfaction also because I'm teaching something which students are liking. So the very paradigm of appointment and this permanent appointment and a fixed appointment in a university may change, not today, no, maybe not in 10 years. But future is that. So therefore, beware. Beware that all the teachers, they have to be very good teachers because in future, you yourself will not like to work in a university for a salary. You yourself will say that I want to earn course-wise because the future is something different. Now we are talking of metaverse. We are talking of technology, you know. Now this possibility is there the way I'm standing here and talking to you. My hologram will be talking at various places in multiple languages, not only the language I'm using. It can be foreign language, it could be Telugu, so you don't have to be bothered by my English. You can be hearing everything in Telugu. So that is possible. So technology is moving so fast. And the problem with us is that initially we used to prepare for future. We knew what future is. Today we don't know what future is. Because future is changing so fast, we could not even think of earlier. I mean, when I was young, people used to say there will be a phone where we will be able to see the face of each other. And we used that time, we used to have that receiver kind of phone. And I used to imagine, how can there be a receiver? I never thought that there will be a phone like this in which you can see the face like this. So the technology is changing so fast. So if the teachers, especially the teachers of the open universities, if they don't keep pace with the changing technology, we all will be left behind. So we have to be keeping pace with the technology. And again, in the national education policy, teachers have been given a lot of importance in the sense that they have been given complete autonomy on what to teach, how to teach, and how to assess your children. When I say what to teach, obviously curriculum, there will be a curriculum, means broad curriculum from the University Grants Commission, but then a lot of tinkering and a lot of updation will be possible at the university level. How to teach? Right now, we are using the lecture method for teaching, but the policy and the world over, what is used is the flipped classroom model. What is flipped classroom model? Flipped classroom model means you are totally flipping the way we are teaching. How? Today we are teaching in the classroom and the student goes back home and then they study and analyze and rationalize. In the flipped classroom model, it is totally different. You don't teach in the class. Students studies at the home, and in the class, what happens? Only group discussions, and then you analyze, problem solving, and rationalization is there. So it is a totally different method for which you have to give to the students in advance lecture notes, audio notes, video notes, so that the students are studying at home, and after seeing that video or listening to that audio, after reading those lecture notes, they're coming to the class, and only what happens in the classroom? Only the discussions, problem solving, difficulties. So that is the right way of teaching. So teachers have to adopt the flipped classroom model. And if they have to adopt this, they have to know how to produce good e-content. So it is very important that all the teachers should learn how to develop good e-content. Because again, when I was in UGC and we were doing these BRAOU courses, I used to see very, very good teachers. I mean, excellent teachers. And we used to tell them, okay, you have to prepare this MOOCs course. So that means you don't have to teach a class, you have to teach a camera. So very good teachers also, they used to fumble in front of camera. And they used to say that, I mean, when I am talking to you, I can see your expressions. Even if you're not talking, your body language is telling you whether I am with you or not. There's eye contact with people. But in a camera, there is nothing. So they used to say it is very difficult to teach a camera. So we had to organize even for the excellent teachers, special classes on how to teach a camera. So it is difficult, but not impossible. So you also have to learn how to teach a camera without any response from that side, just thinking that, okay, they must be learning or understanding, or I must be communicative. So the e-content development is something. And again, e-content is something like if you're sitting in a classroom, the student cannot shut your mouth. He has to listen to you. But if the e-content is not good, the student has the option of shutting your mouth. Just switch off. I don't want to listen. What is this you're talking? So the e-content has to be so interesting, so engaging that you are able to capture the audience. So that is very important. Therefore, open universities, it is all the more important because right now you are giving the books or printed material. It will very soon be replaced with audio lectures or video lectures. So you open university teachers have to learn how to prepare quality content, engaging e-content. And for that, again, a lot of training is required. My request to the Vice Chancellor would be that arrange very good training sessions for all the teachers so that good e-content can be prepared. And also, lastly, the policy also talks about giving, say, fast-track promotions to the teachers. Now, normally what happens is teachers says, whether I work or don't work, everybody gets promotion at the same time, so it is no use working. But the policy talks about fast-track promotions for the people who are really working. The policy talks about grooming the teachers for administrative, for example. In the university, there may be 5, 6, 7 teachers who are very good in teaching, but they also have an administrative or leadership acumen in them. So the policy says the Vice Chancellor should identify those teachers and give them the training to groom them as future Vice Chancellors. So they are taking care of the, not only the physical, that academic part of the teachers, but also the grooming them to become future Vice Chancellors, because then only they can become good Vice Chancellors if they are having good grooming. And then one thing I think I have not touched is internationalization of higher education. The policy also talks about internationalization of higher education. You would be surprised to know that every year, something like 10 lakh students are going out of India to study in foreign universities, 10 lakhs. The largest number is going from China, second is India, and very soon India will become number 1. 10 lakh students are going out of India, and those 10 lakh students are spending the budget, which is more than the entire education budget of Government of India. So that is the amount of money they are spending in those foreign universities. So therefore, and then how many are coming to India against those 10 lakhs? 48,000. And that too from where? Nepal, Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Africa, who don't have any paying capacity. So most of them are on fellowships or something so that they can come and study here. So to reverse this trend, or to have more foreign students in India, the policy talks about having campuses of foreign universities in India. Means foreign universities can have their campuses, so the students who are wanting to go abroad for studying in those foreign universities, they can be retained in India. Our foreign exchange can be retained with us. Second thing, they want that if a foreign student is there in India, they should have very good facilities. Because if the facilities are not there, if the hostel is not there, if the classrooms are not there, if the ecosystem or the ambience of the university is not very good, they will not stay back. So every university should have a international students office so that they are able to take care of the students, and the foreign students have a one-stop arrangement for resolving all the grievances. They're talking about joint degrees. Till now, joint degrees were not there. Now the joint degrees between the Indian universities and foreign universities can be there. So Ambedkar Open University can think of joint degrees now. Now it is possible. Earlier it was not. And then they are talking of transfer of credits between Indian universities and foreign universities. Again, it was not there earlier, but now it is there. So at AIU also, what we are doing is to promote internationalization. We are making a network called Indian Network of International Higher Educators. So what happens is many times, I told you we have 48,000 students in India. So many times there are very few universities who are very good in internationalization, and all those 48,000 students are concentrated mostly in not more than 30, 40 universities. And we have 1,000 universities. So I've been speaking to many vice chancellors, and at AIU we keep on speaking to many, many universities. So many vice chancellors confess in confidence that they want to do internationalization, but they don't know how to do it, whom to approach, how to start the collaboration. So that becomes very difficult. So intent is there, but how to do it is not there. So therefore, we are making this Indian Network of International Higher Educators in AIU to help such universities who are wanting to do internationalization, but they don't know how to go about it. So that work is in progress. So as soon that network is there, and India is the only country which doesn't have this type of a network. Most of the countries have. So that is why we have initiated this concept. So with internationalization, with restructuring of universities, with restructuring of programs, with re-energized faculty, and the students with a lot of opportunities, we will certainly be going on the roadmap to sustainable higher education is our national education policy, but then it has to be implemented in letter and spirit to really reap the benefits of that policy, because policy is a very good document, but if it is lying in the almirahs or showcases, or we just keep on talking about the greatness of the policy, it doesn't help. We have to implement it in letter and spirit. So that is very, very important. And who will implement it? Government will do its part. Each one of us, each one of you, everybody has to contribute in the implementation of NEP. And of course, we will be leading ahead. And then the concept of Vishu Guru, which we talk about, will be true only if we implement it in letter and spirit. So thank you very much. And once again, thanks for giving me this opportunity. And many, many congratulations for the foundation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. You presented a very good, in a lucid way, over the roadmap to sustainable higher education. If universities want to have a sustainable future, one must be plan now onwards in various aspects. So, the way she explained about the academic backup rates is very interesting. And all these new concepts and practices are emerging, coming out. So we have to be very careful to have our plan of action or action plan, whatever it is, towards our sustainable future and survival of the university. So, as part of this program, as I told you, we have added one more thing, and the releasing of the special postal cover on completion of 40 years of Dr. B.R.Amebedkar in collaboration with our postal department. That is used to send the study material textbooks to our students. And in this regard, we are also exchanging our MOU between Dr. B.R.Amebedkar and Indian Postal Department. From Postal Department side, we have some officials have come here and they are with us. I request Sri K. Devarazu, Indian Postal Services officer, now is Director of Postal Services, Hyderabad Headquarters Region of Telangana Post Office. Please do come, sir. Santosh. I request the program to be.
One second.
Santosh. Santosh.
Santosh.
So Mr. Santosh SSR.
SSR. Yeah. One more child. So thank you very much to Postal Department for their presence here. Thank you. I welcome you for this Foundation Day program. We have planned this activity just last 2 weeks back. I think if anybody wanted to speak on this occasion. Okay. Yeah. Now I request our BRO to take up this releasing of this postal stamp and also exchanging of the M1.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I request all the dignitaries on the dais. Okay. Yeah. 2 events, one by one. First one is the release of special poster, then after signing of MOU and exchange of MOU. I request Madam Chandrakala Garu kindly present a bouquet to Sri K. Prakash Garu.
Devaraj.
Director of Postal Services. And also I request Sarita Garu, Madam Sarita Garu kindly present a bouquet to Santosh. Mr. Santosh Garu. B.R.Am. Postal Department. Come this way. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I request all the dignitaries on the dais kindly release the special poster which was designed for Dr. B.R.Amebedkar University on the completion of the 40 years of Dr. B.R.Amebedkar University journey. It's really a wonderful situation to us. The cooperation extended by the Postal Department. Thank you. Yeah, I request Dr. Vadam Srinivas Garu kindly come onto the stage. So please. Each one 2 members. It's a proud privilege and a proud moment to be around the program. Thank you very much. Very nice. Thank you, sirs and madams. And another item with the Postal Department, exchange of MOU between Postal Department and B.R.Amebedkar University. Now I request the Registrar of the University, Dr. B.R.Amebedkar, and from postal side, say Santosh Garu and other dignitaries.
Open check.
So thank you very much.
Yeah. There is a small message.
Appears.
Respected Vice Chancellor, sir, Madam Pankaj Mittalji, and Sudharani Garu, and Reddy Garu, and Director Postal Services, Headquarters Region, Devara sir, Santosh Neta Garu, he is our Senior Superintendent, and all the faculty members, professors, Srinivas Garu, Director, and Chakrapani Garu, who were very active for our association, and all the student community. It is our pleasure on behalf of Chief Postmaster General and Telangana Postal Circle. It gives us immense pleasure to congratulate Dr. BRAOU, their staff members, faculty, students for their 40th anniversary. I mean, Foundation Day today, and which was university was established in 1982, August 26th, and it has an era of the very affirmative action on part of the government to provide opportunities of higher education to all the sections of society to meet the changing individual and social needs. Looking back at the achievements over 4 decades, the university has gained a prestigious and enviable position in the society. On behalf of Department of Post, I once again, and on behalf of Chief Postmaster General, I once again congratulate the university for successfully delivering quality of multidisciplinary educational programs designed to empower this university since 4 decades. And I also appreciate the initiative taken by the university to release a special cover today on this memorable occasion. The postal special covers are released to commemorate a special occasions like this, and we are very happy. And I thank Vice Chancellor sir and their team for coming forward and to release this special cover today. And I'm also very happy to announce the opening of an exclusive business parcel center. I mean, we are going to establish today an exclusive parcel booking center for Dr. B.R.Amebedkar Open University in university premises itself. The space is sponsored by university, and which has a capacity of around 3,000 to 4,000 parcels a day. And there is no intermediate. You can clap. Please clap. It's a very, very big occasion for both the university and Department of Post, because it will be a this will be an example for all the universities in India. Endukante student community. I have a personal experience. And 1 minute cheptanu. My sister, she was doing polytechnic and from Telugu medium background వచ్చింది, polytechnic join అయింది. ఏం చేయాలో తెలియదు, అన్ని సబ్జెక్ట్స్ పోయాయి, అన్ని బ్యాక్లాస్ అయిపోయి, ఏం చెయ్యాలనే ఒక సంకట పరిస్థితులలో అంబేద్కర్ యూనివర్సిటీ ఆదుకుంది ఆ రోజు. She did her graduation from Ambedkar University, Open University. She qualified B.Ed. She is an high school teacher now.
Great.
That is my personal experience. సో దట్స్ వాట్ ఎంతో మంది కమ్యూనిటీ స్టూడెంట్ కమ్యూనిటీకి మన యూనివర్సిటీ ఎంతో హెల్ప్ చేసింది ఈ మన స్టేట్ లో ప్లస్ అక్రాస్ ఇండియాలో. దట్స్ వై ఈ స్టూడెంట్ కమ్యూనిటీకి ఏదో చేయాలని చెప్పి మా మేడం పిఎంజీ గారు శ్రీలత గారు నిన్న వచ్చారు. మేడం షీజ్ ఈ రోజు అవుట్ ఆఫ్ స్టేషన్ వెళ్ళారు. మేడం ఇనిషియేటివ్ తీసుకొని జస్ట్ 20 days లో we could establish a parcel booking center here, which will be very, very, very useful to student community. Directly from your godowns, we will be booking the parcels and no intermediate ekkada kuda lekunda direct student ku at doorstep we will be delivering at doorstep. They need not come to any study center, ekkadiki ravalsina avasaram ledu, direct valaku doorstep lo deliver అయిపోతుంది, which will be a very, very useful service for BRAOU, which government department of is going to provide. And we are arranging a packing center also here. Machines kuda pettesam, automatic packing avutundi, direct ga sorting office madhyalo ekkada undadu, direct ga dispatch అయిపోతుంది. So that is the best facility we are giving. I once again convey my greetings to the university, which is celebrating the important milestones this year, and the Department of Post had a very cordial relation with the university all these years, and we're looking forward to work together to achieve more milestones in future. And I wish you all the best, and once again thank Vice Chancellor sir and team, especially Srinivas garu and Chakrapani garu, Reddy garu, for their support, and we'll continue, sir. And one more thing, we are going to establish a special customer care center for Dr. BRAOU. Monitor their parcels, their booking, from booking to delivery, end to end. We are going to set up a special customer care center, and we'll assure you, sir, our best services. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I also wish you all the best for our future efforts to serve the students community of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh very effectively and efficiently with this modern, highly technically supported postal services to our students community. However, we are also reorienting and reforming our student support services. Now we are calling learner support services. Now it has become a normal nomenclature. That is the learner support services. We are reorganizing our division, and also we are trying to introduce so many changes and reformative measures as part of our activity. Now, before formal vote of thanks, there is one small program is there, conducting felicitations to our chief guest. This is our tradition, madam. We request you to accept our token of respect, small felicitations to you. I request our PRO to conduct this event. Before vote of thanks, I request our registrar to make announcement about tomorrow's program.
So good afternoon to all. So another important event tomorrow, the university is organizing launching of competitive examination material for the students who are preparing in the state of Telangana as well as Andhra. Particularly, Mr. K.T. Ramarao, the Minister of IT and Municipal Administration, is chief guest, and Education Minister, Madam Satyendra is in that occasion. Please, all of them are requested to attend the program. It is an invitation to personally on behalf of the university as well as the Institute Council and other. Please come and make it grand success tomorrow at 11 a.m. sharp. 11 a.m. Please note down. This time is more important because they are very busy. But even though our university elder people have been made an effort to getting an apartment tomorrow coming here, it's a great felicitation to the students. The entire team for preparing the competitive examination material So they have worked a lot bringing that material. Tomorrow we have to be explained about the program. Please come short. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. After this program, everyone is invited for the inauguration of the special postal branch, which is at the DMP center. Kindly come from here to there and attend. It will take another 5 to 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes. Please join for the inauguration program after this program. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Finally, this is all the invitees and distinguished dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, those who have participated through online also. We're very thankful to them for their participation, those who are particularly webinar and online mode also. So many of the retired professors are participated through webinar. We are very thankful to them, sir. I take this opportunity to propose formal vote of thanks for today's University Foundation Day lecture on Roadmap Sustainable Higher Education by Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General, AIU. He has mentioned and explained many issues like new regulatory structure of higher education, regulating universities, restructuring the academic programs, academic bank of credit, and credit transfer system also explained. And also she has mentioned international of higher education, regenerating the faculty, promoting the research, empowering the students, integrating the vocational education, and so on. Thank you very much, madam. You have pointed out many issues and you have explained very well. We are already published and circulated to all the invitees, and we are also uploading in our OER policy. Thank you very much, madam, for your participation in lecture. I also convey our thanks to the today's president of the program, Professor K. Sitaramara, our Vice Chancellor, Dr. B.R.Amebedkar Open University, and Professor Sudha Rani Garu, Director Academic, for our constant support and cooperation to organize the program. And also we extend our gratitude to Dr. A.V.N. Reddy Garu, Registrar of the University, for his constant support and financial sanctions on time. Thank you very much, sir, for your cooperation. My special thanks to all the directors, deans, heads of the branches, and office bearers of the various service associations and their members for their, being with us for this today's morning program. And also I express my gratitude and sincere thanks to all the participants across the country through online mode. And also we express our gratitude to the postal department for their participation and releasing of special poster as well, signing and exchange of MOU. Thank you very much for your participation. And also we recognize many of the retired professors, teachers, and other university family members are here. We're thankful, and also we're thankful to the EC members like Sri Garu, Banot Lal Garu, and other directors. And also to express my gratitude to EMMRCT, Engineering Branch, Caretaker, AVPRC, and other DC PECI and also academic directors, PECI members. Thank you one and all once again.